Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, course on your favorite random man, Future King YouTube channel. What's in the building today, and how you guys doing? So, I'm doing this kind of different right now because I ain't feel like set up my blue screen, and yeah. So I'm gonna show I'm pretty much gonna show like some of my gameplays of Five Nights at Freddy's and show clips, show parts of the movie. But anyway, I want to talk about this movie, Five Nights at Freddy's, because again, this video is supposed to be out Monday, but here we are on Tuesday. But man, honestly, y'all, I really did enjoy this movie. I think this movie, for what it's worth, is good. It was definitely made for their fans. But there is some things I do question about this film, and it does kind of bother me. And the crazy thing was, I'll tell Ultra Fatality about the movie, but I didn't want to tell him too much because I knew he was going to see the movie himself. So then once he and I compare notes, then we can actually talk about it. But I gotta say, first and foremost, oh my god, the marionette to me stole the show for me, because like the way the marionette was moving when it's possessing people, the makeup, how the marionette, especially when they took over Abby, they took over one of the the ghost hunters. Then another thing was, first of all, I definitely like how the movie started. It's like, you had William Afton, Matthew Lillard talking about, are you ready to start the show? And like, I like the fact they actually showed the first Fredbear. Jesus, I cannot get my words right. It was cool. I like how they showed that. But then, we start the movie off with Charlotte, and you see a young Vanessa. Young Vanessa trying to tell Charlotte, come on, have pizzas with us. Charlotte was telling Vanessa that, I'm waiting for the Marriott because I connected to the Marriott. I can't connect to nobody else. But man, so when Charlotte sees this boy going in with William Afton as a Springtrap or Yellow Bonnie, however you want to call it. Sorry Fnaf fans, I keep getting it wrong, and I actually love Fnaf. I just don't know the Lord that well. But what I like about it, Charlotte was trying to tell everybody, tell the adults. I think this is one of the things I also had a problem with too as well with this movie. It's like Charlotte telling hey, there's a kid that needs help. It's a little boy that needs help, and the parents the adults are talking, go find your own parent. You would think a kid coming to tell an adult hey, somebody's in trouble, please come help, and they didn't it's like they didn't care. And I'm like, you would have thought that they would. So anyway, Charlotte took it upon herself to go save the kid. Come to find out again, William Afton, Charlotte saved the kid, or Charlotte was saving the kid trying to get back to the main lobby. And then I love the view they have with William chasing after Charlotte. I mean, just going. I like the way it looks. Now, when Charlotte got through the curtain, next thing you know, it's like, oh, she got away, because she did this whole screaming thing, and next thing you know, she falls down, 3 stab wounds. I was like, oh my god. Which give me another thing. The PG-13 in this movie, even though I know it's gonna be PG-13, the PG-13 holds this movie back, because those the lore of Five Nights at Freddy, it's very, very dark, and I just really believe that PG-13 range holds it back. Now, they do some good kills in this PG-13 movie, but I'm gonna get more into it a little bit later. Then we get into Mike. He's trying to live. No, everybody trying to live their life, but it wasn't like that, because Vanessa kept having flashbacks of Matthew Lillard, which I will also say that, yeah, it does kind of pain me, and it also bring the score down for me that Matthew Lillard wasn't in as much. I think he had 3 scenes again, the very beginning, the flashback with Vanessa, and she had little glimpses of William. And speaking of Vanessa's flashbacks, when she's trying to face her father, because when her and Mike was talking, Mike is trying to help her, hey, trying to get past this, and Mike knows that. Mike feel like Vanessa's holding some stuff back during this film, but Vanessa just didn't want to talk about it. Which I think, yeah, Vanessa, you could have said something about that. But with going back to the flashback, we do get a glimpse of Circus Baby, and those who know the lore of Circus Baby, of course, she is from Sister Location. Circus Baby killed William Afton's daughter. So it's again, I feel like when they do stuff like this, I get it. We're not gonna get everything when it's based off a video game or any type of other medium, so on and so forth. But I think when we do get that, when they still put their own spin on it, I feel like they kind of write themselves in a corner. But it was cool to see Circus Baby pop up in there. These ghost hunters going into the first location, and they pretty much explain that like I can't remember who the female, I can't forget the name of the female lead, but I believe, if I'm wrong, I believe she's the voice of Megan. So when they go in the first location, I say, hey, you must be Mike. Call me Michael. Now again, I was like, Michael. Now also I had to refresh my memory because Michael is Michael Atten, and that was William Atten's son. So I'm like, oh, I was like, yeah, that flew over my head. So that flew over my head. So I'm not gonna lie, it actually flew over my head. But then, the death start coming. Mango kills one dude. Then you got these small little baby marionettes killing one dude who fell into the water. And then you end up getting the female who gets possessed by the marionette. And that's what I'm talking about, when she was just crawling at it. Was like, whoa. Like, again, when Marionette's on the screen, because I really believe Marionette, to me, stole the show. I think she really just took it. And I'm like, the way she's crawling, the way she was acting was frightening as heck. Really good. Then you get Abby, who she pretty much misses her friends, and then they went to the old pizza, but not the old one, the one from the first movie from the pizzeria, and they got this little Freddy Fast Talk. I hope I'm saying right. Freddy Fast Talk. Abby, come save us, come help us, and then they should see more of the toy animatronics. And I do gotta say this. The toy animatronics look so well good. So I like, even the Witter animatronics look so good, man. I cannot express enough how much I like those toy animatronics. But as we go on through the movie, Abby's getting tricked by Toy Chica. Vanessa goes to the first pizzeria, and she get caught. Charlotte says she wants to get out, but they can't get out because Vanessa has the code, and she has it's like a perimeter lot where they can't get out. Might go visit Henry Emily. Henry Emily is, of course, Charlotte's father, and we don't get to know that till the end of near the end of the credits of the movie. So that's why I'm saying it now, because Ski Artist to me did a great job with that. But I'm gonna go on with what he said and when I get towards the end of this review. My work took most of my life. I wasn't a good dad. He said he wasn't a good dad. And so, again, he's pretty much explaining what's going on. So, Wayne Knight, I like Wayne Knight, but man, I hated him in this movie because he was that teacher who thought Abby was no good, causing her to lose. Even when Abby went to go visit the toy animatronics in an earlier scene, and she brought this little animatronic toy, a Bonnie. No, sorry, it was Chica. It was Chica. He took the toy. My dad's calling me.
5 minutes later,
Wayne Knight destroys Abby's science project to the first pizzeria. I should say, I keep saying the first, but I hope y'all know what I'm saying. So she goes right there. She tells Chica what's up, and she said, "We need your help. We need your help." So what's going on now is in the flashback, like Abby knows the code to release the perimeter to let the animatronics out. Because that's the only way they can get. That's the only way they can get out. Because since they're locked in, because Abby put a code in where if the animatronics get out, they can't get out. Jeez, I'm stuttering. I'm sorry. I'm stuttering. So now Abby puts the code in, and now a lot of people were saying like, well, how come Michael don't know the code? Well, in Abby's flashback, he will say like, "You're my favorite and you belong to me." So maybe by Vanessa being William Atten's favorite, he probably gave her the code. So now, so now what's going on? The animatronics, Vanessa, Abby puts the code in. Now the animatronics is out. And I think this is one of the biggest problems I did actually have. Another big problem what I have with this. So now the animatronics out, because now I kind of see what was going on now, because Charlotte wants revenge on all the adults that didn't help her with that let her die. And so I'm thinking to myself that since the toy animatronics is out now, they go out there and raise havoc. Not the case. Like, only one person that dies is Wayne Knight, the teacher. And it's weird. Now, speaking of the toy animatronics, cause I know I've seen the prints of those animatronics, even how Mango look and all that. I don't know who voiced Freddy, but MatPat voices Toy Bonnie, and I'm gonna say, God, what's her name? Oh, girl, I can't think of her name right now because she's one who played Jennifer's body. I can't think of her name. I'm probably mad because it's gonna hit me. But anyway, she was just there. I don't know, man. To me, she's just there. I didn't like it. She had some voice lines, but she was just there. And I really didn't care. Like when MatPat voiced in Toy Bonnie, he's like, again, to me, he didn't sound bad. He sounded like, he just, to me, sounded like SpongeBob. So it wasn't by any means bad. But yeah, like, cause then when pretty much when Abby brings in Toy Chica and he's pretty much saying, he making a mockery of this exhibit or this competition, and the way she kills him, and Arthur says that I really didn't think about this. She does like this, the Michael Myers can really squeeze somebody's head. Now, granted, some of these kills are good. I'm not gonna lie, some of the kills are good. Like you hear the squish and there's blood on screen. So yeah. Again, it ran up pretty well. So now Mike comes in after talking to Henry Emily, find out what's going on. He gives Mike the music box. Like, hey, this will like it's like you should get a small dog. Like if you see her there, get this music box to her, or just say, people just give her the music box. I'm sorry about that. So at one point, I did like the point where Mike does save Abby. Before Mike saves Vanessa, you see the Wither animatronics. So it's cool. You see, cause then, the Wither animatronics are the prototypes. They're spare parts for the toy animatronics. So that for me was like cool. I enjoyed that. I've seen that little cameo. So now they got this 2002 early 2000s computer or however it is, and it's got a tractor. So now they're tracking the toy animatronics. And that's when Vanessa tells Mike what's going on with it, what's happening, telling him about Charlotte and everything, how she tried her best to keep her calm. But then there was another music out there that was broken by Michael Afton, of course. Yes, no shocker there. But doing the whole fight with Mike trying to shut down animatronics. It's I hope y'all remember the mask they had in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And Mike was like, "This would never work." And then you see Freddy coming in. He put the mask on. It's he does look ridiculous in that mask. But then you see Bonnie coming in. You see Chica coming in. But again, Foxy. I was hoping that he would flash the flashlight to turn Foxy away. Now, what I didn't know was Shadow Bonnie had an appearance. It's like a blink and you miss it, and I will put the clip or the scene right here so you guys can see it for yourself. I didn't know that, and I was like, oh, and I saw the clip. I was like, oh, that's Shadow Bonnie. It's like a blink you miss it. Pretty cool. I think that was cool. Eventually, Mike shuts down the toy animatronics, and then we get to the old. Then, God, like I said. When the marionette is on the prowl, freaking phenomenal. But again, as the toy animatronics are moving around, there's no other deaths. There's no, like I said, there's no other deaths, which really bothered me. You would think you get more with that, but again, I think the PG-13 rated holds that. But here we are, the final climax of the movie, and Mike goes to the pizzeria store in the first movie and pretty much begging Abby's old friends to come in and help her. And then, again, Michael Afton comes in, says, "I'm trying to continue my father's work." Here's the thing. In Fnaf 2, Michael hated what his dad did. He never cared for that. So, it just kind of messes up the thing a little bit. And then just to sit there and wait and tell us what's going on before then, it's yeah. If you're a fan, you understand more so about it. But so then all the animatronics coming in, like all the toy animatronics are coming in, surrounding Mike, Vanessa, and Abby. Mind you, even with Mike, but Mike had the music box. You put the music box so that way the marionette can get out of Abby. So that even now, Abby didn't die, but I guess I'm gonna call her Megan. We saw Megan's body. I think she was dead when the marionette released her body. So I don't know. I'm assuming she's dead. But I don't know. We have to probably wait for Dead Meat James to do a kill count on that. But anyways, then you hear dum 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 dum, and I cringe, y'all, because we pretty much it's the OG animatronics taking on the toy animatronics, and we're avenging here. So they obliterated the toy animatronics, Mango, Chica. And Chica did get the most screen time. Toy Chica got a lot of screen time in this whole entire film. So again, like I said, then one dude said, "My girl Chica." I kid you not. In the theater, I said, "My girl Chica." I chuckled a little bit. Got a laugh out of me. But the person who was in the body of Chica, the old animatronic Chica, he said, Mike, we can't hold him back. And it's because they start to slowly die out. And Mike's like, what you mean you can't hold him back? See, in the first movie, I believe the reason they didn't show up in the first movie, no, they trapped William Afton in Springtrap. So I believe what happened was by them coming to save Abby and rest of everybody else, they was keeping Michael Afton at bay. And so now since he said we can't hold him now, it's now he said he's gonna come back and stronger than ever. So now again, Michael Afton, I said Michael Afton, William Afton, I'm sorry, William Afton, Jesus, I'm sorry y'all. But when Michael's trying to lead one of Mike's friends, clothesline and say, hey, where you going? Now the reason I mentioned the black dude before, because he was just not, he was insignificant. It wasn't even point in talking about him. But when Mike and Abby are leaving, Mike tells Vanessa to pretty much say, stay away from us. So you could have told us everything, but you didn't. It's I think Vanessa, again, should Vanessa told him? Yeah, Vanessa should have definitely told Mike what's going on, but she didn't. So yeah, that's on her. I wish she would have said something to them. But I did Vanessa was crying because she really felt like Mike and Abby was her new family. But Charlotte, the marionette, it had a little shadow, not shadow, it just slowly appeared out the corner of the door, possessed Vanessa. Now to the post-credit scene, and I love the fact they used the second Fnaf song on there. It's been so long. God, that's one of my favorite Living Tombstone songs I love. So now we see they go to the pizzeria from the first movie. And then they find William Afton, aka Springtrap. They say, man, he smells funny. And then you see the light glow. So now, I was geeked because we're getting Fazbear Fright. So I'm excited. But also, which let me just say with Vanessa, she started to become Vanny a little bit. Because I don't, y'all can help me in the chat, please, on the comments down below. Y'all let me know because I don't know how Vanessa and Vanny work. How did Vanessa become Vanny? Now, if I remember right, I think it was Glitch Trap who possessed her and make her do all this crazy stuff. So I don't know for sure. Y'all let me know in the comments, please. But then, like I said, towards the end, Henry and Emily was explaining hey, I work with William Afton. I help him with the animatronics. Oh, they're here. So he pretty much telling Mike to leave, get out. So I don't think Henry's quote unquote dead. But if he is, then it'll be done. But supposedly Henry ain't supposed to come back in 3. Now, am I excited for the Fazbear 3? Yes, I am. But I don't. Because again, I had this conversation with my friend Ultra Fatality, and he thinking that it's gonna be it's gonna be a combine of Security Breach and Fnaf 3, which I don't think it need to be. What I feel like if Vanessa should show up, if she do show up, it should be her turning more evil, being not like her father, but just becoming more darker. and maybe like some more of her dark side shown because she's getting controlled by Charlotte. If anything, it should be little Vanessa. I don't think honestly, I think she shouldn't be in the film. If she does, she should have like a cameo. That's what I think it should be. But I could be wrong. So that's how I personally feel about it. If you're doing Fnaf 3, keep it all about William Afton. Cause I really think we get more Matthew Lillard here at this character. I'm going to be excited for it. But honestly, with this movie, guys, I feel like I get a 7.5 out of 10. Real talk. That's why I think it deserves that. But all in all, again, I think the PG-13 movie, the PG-13 rating holds it back. I think there was some things that's lost in the sauce. The animatronic should have been more the Rampage since it got free. I just needed more from that. And then if you're going to voice somebody like the animatronics, they could be the good one. Again, like I didn't mind Toy Bonnie, but Toy Chica's voice actress. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm actually drawing a blank. I can't remember her name. Hold on. Now I got. I probably got a list over here somewhere, but I got why can't I remember her name? I'm mad I can't remember old girl's name. Hold on, give me a second. But all in all, I really believe that this movie is good. I think because since it's made for the fans, we're going to get a third one. Again, with these critics out there that don't get it, either watch somebody who's doing the lore of it, or just read a book. That's it. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Sorry if I was rambling or saying a little bit too much, because I had so much to do and I'm kind of running on E. I still got to edit this video. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully, I will have maybe the first video for my Cosmic Marvel Cosmic Invasion of Jesus God. But anyways, guys, hopefully I have it up soon. But make sure you like, share, subscribe, come around. So we do have those cookies. Hashtag BeCorious Kitchen, guys. And let's get to 500 subs. I know we're going to get there. Once we get close to those subs, guys, I'm going to work on which horror game to use for my 500 subs. But anyways, I love you guys. Hashtag BeCorious Kitchen, Jesus. Anyways, love you guys. Deuces. And I see you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.